Hey everybody, how you doing? Today I wanted to share some new processes I've been using to take some existing sounds and give them some different character and make them more precise for what I'm trying to get after. So here's a sound that I'm working with. And here's the original. So already a pretty cool source sound, but it didn't have all the character I was looking for. So I ran it through Emergence, which is a free granular plugin. I recommend checking it out if you haven't. Just using a single stream, but I'm using a macro to modulate several parameters, including the max grain count here. And it kind of sounds like this. And if I mess with the macro, you can hear some differences. Watch this. So it's kind of different points in the full cycle there, but when I do the automation, it does this. I'm also pushing it really hard to get some digital clipping and then running it into trash to take that a little bit even further with a little extra harmonic push, and then using the dynamic processor to wrangle in. And then I turned the overall down. But you can see it's coming in at over 6 and going out under negative at about negative 2.3. So that's helping the signal chain there. And then I'm running it through Snap Heap with a couple processes. Using this ensemble, which at first I have the mix all the way down, and then I'm using an envelope to push it up to about 50% at the peak. Doing something similar with the distortion. It's all the way down, the drive's all the way down, I mean, and pushing it up to just like maybe 15% to get a little bit extra distortion there, and then using the transient shaper for extra attack and sustain and pump. Just a little bit, not too crazy. I think this thing's pretty forgiving, but I find just a little bit goes a long way with it. And you know, I'm trying to make subtle moves here, so nothing too crazy. This is before and then after. Pushing that mix up in the ensemble helps give it a little bit more chorusy kind of effect at the top. So that's kind of cool. And then I'm using Timeless for some echoes. And I'm also actually using automation to move the filter here, because I just started playing around with it and it sounded cool when I moved it while I was playing. And so I recorded the automation. So this first lane is automation for the macro, and these other two are for moving this. So yeah, I put a peak limiter at the end, make sure I don't blow my ears off, in case, you know, when we're experimenting, sometimes these things get out of control. So you want to make sure everything is safe and good. So yeah, before and after. So yeah, I'm liking how that sounds. Again, not a crazy drastic shift, but you can clearly hear the difference between the original and the new process. It gives it a new character. It gives it some more modulated sort of character, and a little bit more shininess and fluidity throughout as well. So yeah, I think this is going to work well for some of the stuff I'm doing. And hopefully this was enlightening for giving you some ideas for other things you can do for your sounds. As always, stay safe and happy designing.